Okay, for this session, I would want you to keep your cameras open. This is not a workout, I'm just saying I'm just going to walk you through three different movements. It's going to be swings, cleans, and snatches. Okay. Now, that being said, these three movements kind of set up very important element of like what unlock programming is because we end up doing a lot of these in the later stages of conditioning workouts. Okay, so that being said, are you guys feeling okay? You might be a bit sore. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, I just have Amrita. Great. Great, Amrita. Cool. So now, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to like use one dumbbell. Okay. Get a pair of dumbbells, not too heavy, to 5 kgs or something. Great. Just keep it over there. Lovely. Now, before we start, we need to like kind of just like warm up a bit. Not warm up per se in terms of like a proper warm up, but just make sure that you're mobilized enough. Okay? So just like slow hamstring scoops will do. And switch, quad stretches. And hip raises. And relax. Now, nice and easy, just side to side. And your shoulders. And switch. And change. And relax. Now, the most important part in all of these movements that we're going to be doing is understanding first what is a proper hinge. Okay, now give me a second. Yeah, spotlight. Okay, now a hinge is nothing but you just leaning forward and picking something on the floor. Okay, one of the primary movements, the second one would be you just like squatting down. Okay, so difference between these two is of course, how your hip basically moves. Okay, in a hinge, your hips are moving laterally. So if at all I had a mark over here, the marker would move laterally back and then come up. Right? In a squat, of course I need a wider stance, but if I marker over here on my hip bones, it will go down and up. Do you understand the difference? Yes, right? In all these movements, no matter what you end up doing, the most important part is to keep your back as neutral as possible. Okay? Not arched, not rounded, neutral. Okay, the reason being neutral because that is the strongest point where your back is going to be. It is at a point where your anterior chain, front part, and your posterior chain is working in synergy to keep your spine as safe as possible. Okay, if it's arching or if it's rounding, that means either of these things are not working properly. Okay, or either of these things are overcompensating and you won't be able to hold it for a longer period of time. So if you need to get stronger, you need to make sure that your spine is as neutral as possible throughout. Am I making sense? Now, keeping that in mind and keeping the way that your hip bones are moving, hinge is very simple, right? Because all you have to do is keep your feet hip width apart, okay, and your shins are vertical. Reason being because if you keep popping them out, you're pushing your weight on your toes. You don't want that. Okay? So you want to keep your shins vertical, okay, arms are dead, and slowly keep pushing your butt back. Okay, now automatically because my hips are going back, now instead of my quads working a lot as in compared to my squats, my hamstrings are working a lot. Okay, so I want to make sure that that happens. I want to feel a good stretch and good engagement for my hamstrings. Okay, so now a normal deadlift, if it all I had to do with the dumbbell, would be slow down and slow up, down and up. Okay, from this angle, it looks like down, up, down, up. Now all this while making sure that my knees are not caving in, they're not popping forward, they track my toes. Okay, you have to keep that in mind. Any questions? None at all? Okay, great. Now can you just like both of you guys just stand up, face sideways and give me say 10 deadlifts, sideways. Beautiful. Okay, now when you're coming up, okay, just understand that you don't want to think of like pulling your shoulders up or like just like standing up. Think of driving your hips forward. Okay, let's go and grow taller. Three, two, one, grow taller. Let's go. Lovely. Gosaba, you want to make sure that you start using your legs a lot more. Okay, and look down when you go down and keep the dumbbells in line with your shins. Let's go. Closer to your body. Rule of thumb is the closer the weight is going to be to your body, the safer it is going to be for your back. Beautiful and relax. Okay. Now, if you might have observed, in hinge, if you have a weight, it's going straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, right? In a swing, it's the same thing. Okay. The weight, instead of going straight down and straight up, has a pendulum motion. Okay, but the movement of my hip bones and way that my body moves is identical to a normal deadlift. Okay, so swing would be here. Okay, now a deadlift would be right. So if at all I don't have the weight, and if I don't have my arms, and if I'm doing my deadlift, it would be here, hinging, and if I don't have my arms, it would be the same thing for my swings. Literally the same thing. Okay, so the only thing that's changing right now is how you are generating momentum and how you keep going on developing that momentum over and over again. Okay, in a deadlift, because it's going straight down and straight up, okay, there is a start position and a stop position, okay, which is very rigid. Okay, you don't want to like hyperextend. That particular position is not going to keep moving here and there. Okay, and the bottom position is going to be the flow. But in a swing, okay, the start position is going to be initiating it from the first pull. Okay, and then when you are going up, you literally are using your hips, you're literally using that hip drive and pushing your entire arms and generating that enough momentum for a brief amount of time to get the weight in line with your lower chest. Am I making sense? It kind of like seems excessive when I am talking about it, but it's actually not. I'm just going to show you again. Okay, so from here, my initial movement would be from here and just pushing my dumbbell in between my inner thighs here. Okay, now that is important because we want to understand that the movement is going to be pendulum, right? So we cannot just start from binary position. Because if we start from this particular position, get up and then start moving and all these things with a heavier weight, it becomes too much. So we start while keeping the dumbbells in front of us and then just having a nice back swing. Okay, am I making sense? Now, as you can see, because the weight is now going inside my inner thighs here, okay, I cannot keep my feet very close. I want to have it wider. Okay, so wider stance, dumbbell in front of me, my abs are engaged, my back is flat. Okay, I want to just pull the weight in between my inner thighs. That is my wrist going in between my inner thighs. Okay, and then once the weight reaches at a point where I know for a fact it's a proper hinge, all I want to do, stand up, stand up, stand up. That's all. Now when I'm standing up, I am not driving my hip bones forward. Okay, I'm thinking of like just like standing up. There's a difference. Standing up. Okay. A lot of us, we end up focusing on the movement of the dumbbell. We don't want to do that. Or the movement of the kettlebell. We don't want to do that. We just want to make sure that we're standing up. The reason why we're not pushing our hip forwards or like taking a cue where we are trying to take our hips forward is because at the top, a lot of people would hyperextend. And we don't want that. Okay? So, it's inner thighs, standing up. Inner thighs, standing up. Inner thighs, standing up. You have to be careful of that. Am I making sense? Okay, so now please go and show me how to do this. One double in front of you, abs engaged, butt down, chest up. Okay, and let's go. Both the arms now, Gur Sahiba, let's go. Inner thighs, stand up. Nice, I'm happy with it. Now you want to kind of go further back. The further back you go for your back swing, the more power you can generate. Okay? Nice. But the goal is to not keep looking forward. The goal is to just keep your eyes tracking the dumbbells. So if it goes down, look down. Now we are talking. And relax. That's great. I'm very happy with it. Okay. Rosaiba, you can hinge a bit more. Okay. Amita, this is great. Don't worry about it. Now, tell me one thing. Write it down. Write it down if you can. Do you have any questions with this? I think it's pretty decently executed by you guys. Okay. Now, the question which I have for you is when you're doing these swings, okay, what is the breathing pattern? You know, in a deadlift, you would exhale when you're coming up or something like that, right? Like exhale when you exert. When it comes to swings, what is it? Breathe in when I go up. Exhaling at the top on movement. Okay, cool. I understand. But thing is, now think of this. You're never going to be doing swings for like 5 reps, 6 reps or everything unless until it's like extremely heavy, right? Okay, it's always going to be endurance based. We're talking about like muscular endurance. We're also talking about like cardiovascular endurance. We are talking about like you need, it's an aerobic activity. So you need as much oxygen as possible. So that's why we do something very interesting when it comes to swings. It's called as paradoxical breathing. Okay, so you breathe and you exhale at the top and you exhale at the bottom. So you consciously make sure that you have two exhalations at the top and the bottom. Straight. Okay, so it's exhale, 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 exhale. Consciously. consciously. You would say that, okay, so if I'm exhaling so much, where am I inhaling? Okay, throughout the entire time when the movement or the dumbbell is traveling from like point A to point B, you're inhaling. Point B to point A again, you're inhaling. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that that exhalation is a lot more powerful than it normally would be. Okay, I want it to be exaggerated. Okay, so you have to consciously make sure that you do that. Okay, now can you give me say around like 30 seconds of swings? I'll wait for you guys. Wait a second. Okay, we start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and chalo. Nice and easy. Look down, go cyber when it goes down. Now we are talking. And relax. Feels nice? Does it feel different? A bit more stronger? Okay, nice. Any questions about this? Okay, lovely. Okay, now this particular movement, if you do it with a decent amount of weight, okay, of course your grip, your core strength, and all those things will end up like getting better. But more than anything else, the way that you accelerate and deaccelerate is going to get really good. Okay, so the power production and to sustain that power again and again is going to get better. A lot of people, they don't realize that swings are predominantly a full body based movement. Okay, but as I said, there's a very delicate synergy between your anterior chain and your posterior chain. So if you do not engage your core, your lower back is going into overdrive. And a movement that dynamic where the entity is going from like top to bottom in a pendulum position, where in a pendulum way where it's aggressive, okay, it's too risky for a lot of people if they do not have the mindfulness of keeping the core engaged. What I'm saying is, you'll injure yourself if you don't engage your abs. So keep doing that. Okay? Now, that being said, the next movement that I would want us to cover would be snatches. Reason being because it is an easy, nicer segue for us to go from swings to snatches because again, the movement is identical when it comes to how your body is moving. The only thing that's changing is the entity, like the dumbbell or the barbell or the kettlebell, it's going from straight from ground to overhead. Okay, that is the idea. Okay, so your powerhouse of your body is always and always going to be your hips. If you do not have a hip hinge, okay, you won't be able to generate enough power. Okay, there's only so much that my legs can do. I can either push them forward while keeping my hips intact and jump only this much. I can do this much. Okay, but if I use my hips, I can use this much. Okay, so there's so much of power that can literally propel my body all the way up. Okay, now we have to use the same powerhouse and just throw the dumbbell up overhead. That's all. Okay, so observe. The position is going to be wider. Okay, because now you can actually start using your legs a lot more. Okay, because you are going to be using one dumbbell and one dumbbell only, your arms are going to go to the side. Okay, now from here, all you want to do is do a single arm deadlift. Okay, now if I am going to be doing a single arm deadlift, okay, and if I do it aggressively, what's going to happen? Because the weight is submaximal, the weight is going to have its own momentum and it's going to keep traveling up by itself for a bit. Okay, so I am going to let it be. You see what happened? Okay, because I'm generating momentum and because I'm kind of like assisting also, okay, between you and I, okay, my dumbbell is going to travel vertically up by itself, at least 80% by itself. Okay, now at this point in time, what are my elbows doing? at this point in time, what are my arms doing? They are just directing it in a way that the dumbbell remains in line with my midline. Am I making sense? I don't want to go further on this side. I don't want to go it this side. I don't want to go it in front of me. I want it to be as close as possible to my body. Okay? In fact, the center of gravity, midline. Okay? So, it looks like okay. Now, the faster my hip drive is, the faster I come up, okay, the more aggressive the dumbbell is going to travel. Okay, so what I am doing right now is nothing but a deadlift and a small high pull. Okay, a high pull is when my elbows are going up towards the ceiling. Okay, because if I keep my dumbbell leading, okay, I'm literally not using my upper body in any kind of assistance. I don't want that. Okay, I want to make sure that if my goal is to keep moving the weight from ground to overhead position, okay, I use every single thing in my kitty in the most efficient and powerful way. Making sense? So, two things. Number one would be deadlift. Okay. Number two would be a high pull. Okay. All the while keeping the weight as close as possible to your body. Okay. Now give me 5 deadlifts and 5 high pulls. Let's go. On my count. Okay. Other arm is on the side like that. Lovely. I'm happy with that. Cool. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, just deadlifts. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, relax. And now high pull. Okay. So start from the floor, people. Start from the floor. I'll say 5 and up. Okay. Let's go. Wait a second. On my count. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 5 and up. Beautiful. 4 and up. 3 and up. 2 and up. And 1 and up. Nice. And relax. Keep it down. So what's happening right now is you're being very mechanical about it. I want you to be graceful and a bit more powerful about it. Okay. In snatches, you can use heavier weights, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Now, that being said, because you are doing that, it's very easy now to complete the third part, which is just extending your arms. Okay. But there is certain kind of nuances when you end up doing that. Reason being because if I just go extending my arm like that and just keep it over here, now my shoulders are all over the place. I am going to go through a lot of torture to like just like control it. I want to keep my elbows closer to my biceps. Remember, the weight is going to be as close as possible to the center of gravity. If it's here, anywhere, I am going to lose balance and it's not going to be nice. Okay, so what I would want you to do is a high pull and just throw the weight up, but biceps touching your ears. Now when you're up here, what do you want to do? You want to just like drop the dumbbell closer to your body and down. Okay, again keep it on the floor, other hand comes up, high pull and down. Now it might seem that when I am going super fast that the weight is leading and my elbows are not, but that's not the case. Every single time, I would want you to make sure that the elbows are leading up and down. Elbows are leading up, down. Okay? And that would be your snatch. Okay? All the while making sure the weight is as close as possible to your body. Okay? Can you show me? Face sideways. Dumbbell on the floor. Arms engaged. 3, 2, 1. Up. And down. Other arm comes up, and down. You see, Gosaba, you are kind of curling it. Amrita, go faster now. Okay, elbows first. Yeah, throw the weight up. Literally throw the weight up. Throw it up. Nice. Now we are talking. Okay, and faster. This weight is nothing for you. Now when I say faster, try to get your hip bones down. Think of like a bit of a squat and a hinge together. Okay, keep going. and relax. Relax. Okay. Now, have a look at this. Gustav, do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Great. Now, a couple of things that you have to keep in mind when you're doing this, right? You're being so mechanical about it might be because it's the weight that you're using. It's something that might be a bit more challenging for you. Okay? But think of throwing the weight up. The reason I'm asking so is because like think of jumping with the weight. Okay? And that can only happen if you be more dynamic and powerful about it. If you try to just like work on all these things very mechanically, nahi ho payega. Okay, so think of it and throw. Okay, we don't throw the weight just like that. We go aggressive, right? So add speed to it. Okay, so now do it again. It's very safe, it's great, but do it again. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Now we are talking. See the difference? Yes, faster. Nice, faster. And relax. Beautiful. Okay, Amrita, you're killing it. Don't worry about it. Now, that being said, this is what it is. This is as a basic of a movement snatches. You don't have to worry about it. But when you do this with a kettlebell and when you do this with a barbell, okay, things kind of change completely. Or when you do this with a heavier dumbbell, okay, things change completely. Right now, it's kind of like fairly easy to be honest, okay, but this is the foundation that you would want to have when you are like learning any kind of dynamic movement. The goal is when you speak about like just like brute strength, it's a lot about control. Okay, how you control the slow eccentrics, how stable you are, and everything. Okay, but when it comes to power, it's strength into speed. So you really have to make sure that you work on that speed also. Okay, and more times than not, speed kind of like solves a lot or like puts and fills in a lot of gaps that your normal brute strength cannot. Okay, provided that you're as safe as possible, provided that your spine is safe, provided that your abs are engaged. Am I making sense? Yeah, great. Okay, now the last part that we would want to cover would be us learning how to do cleans. Okay, now to show you what a clean is, it's just same thing. Okay, the idea is they're Olympic lifts. Okay, a snatch would be the idea is to get the weight from a ground to overhead position as fast as possible. In a clean, the idea is to get the weight from ground to overhead position with a small rest, and the rest point is going to be your shoulders. Okay, so it's nothing but how efficiently I can get something which is on the floor. Okay, on my shoulder, and from there either I do a strict press, a push press, a split jerk, whatever. That doesn't matter. But the goal, the idea, the crux of it is how efficiently I can do that. Okay? Now there are two kinds of cleans generally. Number one is when you do from a ground to a power position, okay, and then you go up, okay, or from ground to a squat position and then we'll go up. Okay? The difference between both of them is what? Why would I do the first one and when would I do the second one? The first one is called as a power clean, the second one is called as a squat clean or just a clean. Okay? Now think about when would I do it? There are no wrong answers. Actually, there are quite a few wrong answers, but like for now, this thing. Arm day versus leg day. Great. No. Okay, Amrita, you? Yeah, close, but no. Okay. Now, observe what's happening. When I am going to be doing power cleans, okay, look the way and the amount of travel that the dumbbells are doing. They're going all the way up. Okay. Now, when I'm going to be doing a squat clean, look at the amount of travel that the dumbbells are doing. Okay, they just came till my hip bones, and then I just like went up into a squat clean, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Now, tell me one thing. If this is a very, very, very heavy weight, say around like 80 kgs, 90 kgs, and everything, would I be able to make the dumbbell travel all the way up till my shoulders? No. Right? No, I won't be able to, right? Because like there's only so much of power I can generate at a certain body weight or a certain amount of strength levels. But at the same time, I will have just about enough strength to get it till my hip bones or a bit higher, and then I can literally get under it. And that is when you do a squat clean. So the right answer for that is you end up doing power cleans when the weight is lighter and squat cleans when the weight is heavier. And now if you keep that in mind, okay, now you can actually like go places with it. Because understand this. If I am going to be doing a power clean, okay, there can be multiple power cleans then, right? Because now I can just go this because I'm too strong for the weight that I'm lifting. If the weight becomes a bit heavier and it won't travel all the way up, I can go collect it in a quarter squat and then come up. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm just generating enough power for the dumbbells to come up as high as possible, and once it reaches at its highest point, I want to go and correct it under it. Okay, so now if the weight only comes till here because I don't have enough strength left, I will literally try and just do a small push a bit more and collect it and then come up. Am I making sense? Yes. Okay. So now we first learn how to do a clean. It's nothing but the same thing that you were doing with your snatches. Okay. So all I want you to do is a deadlift, a high pull, and then scoop your elbows. Like scoop them. Okay. Consciously get your elbows up and scoop them. 3, 2, 1, deadlift and down. No, relax, relax, relax. Relax. Just deadlift and down. Okay? Again, 3, 2, 1, deadlift and down. Okay, Gosaiba, you're cleaning. I just want you to do deadlift. Okay, give me 5 deadlifts. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, 5 deadlifts as fast as possible. Weight is as close as possible to your body. And now give me 5 high pulls. 3, 2, 1, go. All the way up. Nice. Lovely. And then wait at the high pull. Observe. Okay. Now, high pull would be. Okay. Now, if I want to be a bit more aggressive, I can come on my toes. Okay. So it goes. Getting it? Okay. Now try to come on your toes. Let's go. Give me 5 of them. Nice. Beautiful. Relax. Relax. And now just see. I'm going to be doing a high pull. And at this position, I am going to be cruiser. Okay. I'm going to be at this position for a very brief amount of time. So don't worry about it. If you find you're getting an imbalance and disbalance, don't worry about it. Okay. It's important because we need to come to this position so that we can go into a power clean. Okay. So now from here, all I want to do is get under it and scoop it. and then come up. Did that make sense? Observe. Okay? High pull, scooping it, and then coming up. Can we do that? Okay? Wait a second. All I'm going to say is high pull and scoop. Okay? High pull, scoop. Okay? Side facing. 3, 2, 1. High pull, scoop. No, stay at that high pull position on your toes. Okay, 3, 2, 1, scoop. Nice. Okay, faster. Stand up, reset, again, high pull, scoop. Beautiful. One more time. High pull, scoop. Beautiful. Okay, now understand what is happening with my feet. Okay, I am going to be in this position. High pull, my scoop is going to be, of course, it's going to be here, but also I am going to create more surface area so it's more balanced. So it's from here, wider, reset. High pull, reset. High pull, reset. Okay, can I see you do that? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. High pull, scoop. Nice. Again. High pull, scoop. Beautiful. One last time. High pull, scoop. Nice. Okay. Now, if we try and do this from the flow, you'll understand how easy it is. Okay. Because now it's a game of patience. You can't do this prematurely. So you have to wait for it. You have to wait for it. So my weight goes straight down, up, 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 high pull, and then scoop. Till the time that I am not doing a high pull, okay, I won't be able to scoop it back. Am I making sense? Okay, chalo, show me. From the flow. Okay, and take your time to do that one rep. Don't worry about it. Okay, from the flow. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up, 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 scoop. Nice, but I want it to be seamless. You can go slow, but you still have to be seamless. Okay, let's go. From the flow. 3, 2, 1. So good, Amrita. Nice work. Beautiful. Okay, Guru Sahaba, you want to try and keep your feet wider and land on your heels, Baba. Nice work, Amrita. I'm very happy with this. Very happy. Beautiful. Guru Sahaba, faster now. Nice. Okay, now relax. A couple of things. You guys are getting it. You don't have to worry about it. But a couple of things are that you cannot rush into it. That's that. But when you land, you be in that position, understand that you're stable. Then you stand up and then you reset. Okay. What is stability for us? The entire foot or feet, both of them are planted properly. If your heels are all over the place, that means you're not stable. Okay, that means you are opening the doors for a lot of imbalances that is going to cause problems in the future. We don't want that. Okay, so you have to be conscious about it. Okay, now do it again. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Faster. Scoop. So good. 3, 2, 1, go. Scoop. One last time. 3, 2, 1, go. Scoop. Nice, and relax. Okay. And one last thing. When you are scooping, remember it's not about. Wait a second. When you're scooping, it's about pushing your butt back, not about your knees forward. Okay? I can come into a power position by pushing my knees forward like that, or I can come into a power position by pushing my butt back like that. I want to be over here. Why? Because if I'm over here, at this point, my knees are going to take a lot of pressure and I don't want that. Getting it? Now that being said, okay, in a high pull, in a power clean, the weight is still traveling all the way up here. But the high pull in a squat clean, the weight is heavier, so you would want to consciously make sure that you just get it till your navel. Okay? This is your high pull. Now from here, the weight remains where it is. You're going to go down and get it. Okay? So now let's do it without the weights. Let's do it without the weights. Okay? Now, high pull arms are very close to your navel. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. 3, 2, 1, and squat down. Now we're talking stand up, reset, arms down, high pull. 3, 2, 1, squat down. Nice. But look at my feet. They're coming from here in a hinge position or the hip stance, feet being at hip stance, to going wider. Okay, remember drop squats? That is what we do. Okay, again, let's go. I pull. 3, 2, 1, drop down. Nice. One more time. I pull. 3, 2, 1, drop down. Nice. Now when you're doing this, when you're dropping down, I would want you to be loud with your feet. Okay, make some noise. Give your body signal that it's stable enough. Okay, now get your weights. Okay, high pull, stay there. High pull, high pull, high pull, stay there. 3, 2, 1, squat down. Let's go. Nice, great work. Stand up, reset, high pull. Go. Amazing. Go Sabha, you can go lower. Okay, 3, 2, 1, high pull. Go. Amazing work. Okay, and now let's do it from the floor. Just give me 2 reps. Come on, let's go. 3, 2, 1, from the floor. Be patient, patient, patient. High pull and go down. So good. Nice work. One last time from the floor. 3, 2, 1. Up, 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 up. High pull. Go. Nice work. And relax. That's it. That is it. Any questions? Okay, I'm going to walk you through all these 3 movements. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay, number 1, swings. Okay, it is nothing but a more dynamic cousin of your deadlifts. Yes? Okay, so you have to have a pendulum motion when you're doing this. Back is flat, arms are engaged. Remember, your hip bones are traveling laterally, and the breathing pattern is exhale, 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 exhale. Yes? Any questions? Super chill. Okay? With snatches, it's nothing but a more dynamic version of what a swing would be. The weight going from a ground to overhead position, but making sure that the weight is in line with the center of gravity and my midline. And at the top, my biceps are touching my ears. Now when we are coming down, the weight is still going straight down, straight down. Okay? So unlike your normal swing where the weight is going away from your body for a bit, in snatches it's going straight down and straight up. Yes? Right? Not right? Okay. Okay? And in cleans, it is nothing but there are 2 cleans. One would be a power clean and one would be a squat clean. As simple as that. Do you have any questions with this? Great. Was it worth it? Awesome. Do you have any other questions that I can actually help you with in any capacity? Just ask. Break down a lunge. Multiple lunges, right? Number 1 would be this, your static lunges, where you are just doing straight down, straight up. Okay? Now starting lunges are also called as with split squats. So understand, in the end, your hip bones are supposed to go down. Okay? They are supposed to go straight down, straight up. Okay? But understand, it's still a very base but properly core movement. So you want to keep your abs as engaged as possible. Down and up. Now, thing is, a lot of people find lunge as a difficult movement because they feel that they are like misaligned. And that's not the case. They are misaligned because they try to keep their feet in line with each other. Now that is like strap line. If you have a wider stance, okay, and you make sure that your toes, your front toe is not caving in, popping outside, your knees are trapping outside, and there is a good amount of surface area, I have more stability. And then I can go straight down and straight up. Okay? All the while making sure that my knees don't cave in. When my knees start caving in, that means my glutes have stopped working. I want to keep pushing it up. Now that is a static lunge. Okay? A reverse lunge would be a bit more dynamic caution, but again, the positioning remains the same. Okay? Ideally, if you keep doing this again and again, you would be able to understand what position you can actually make to 90 degrees. Okay? And in a forward lunge, it would be same thing. But when you are going and doing the reverse lunge, predominant feel for me, okay, I use my front leg to drive myself up. In a forward lunge, my front leg is going toe heel and then up. It's toe heel, then up. Am I making sense? Lovely. Okay? The goal is always to make sure that the leverage, your body weight. Okay? If you lean forward, your knees start acting up. If you lean further back, your back start acting up. Just have this one very simple rule that you have the control of your body. Okay? So if at all you feel imbalance, if you feel that there is something that is like over exaggerating, you have the control to shift that. And that is what like movement is all about. Okay? Just control your body in the most beautiful way possible. Cool? Okay, lovely. I'm going to be on WhatsApp. We still have what? 11 workouts to go. It's going to be fun. Okay? You guys are amazing. Bye. See you.